the way you should do it.
Oh, yeah. So this is a real huge bonus week for us, right? Because now we're gonna do the Goonies. So we did
Yeah, man.
Ghostbusters, and we're now doing the Goonies. This actually came out in 1985.
Yeah, man. So you gotta get ready for this adventure.
so so Shane just put something on. Explain to me like what you just. Oh my God, it's the key.
This is the copper key,
The
dude.
key.
One-eyed Willy.
Is that plastic? What is that?
It's copper, dude. No, it's
Oh,
not.
what?
It's not really copper. No, it's made. It's not. I guess it's made of a form of plastic.
Dude, it looks really cool. Where'd you get that? Don't tell me you got that on Etsy.
I didn't actually get this on Etsy. I got this on Amazon.
No way.
It's pretty good. I mean, it doesn't look as good in person. I mean, it's pretty cool still, but
It looks pretty cool on
on the
video.
camera,
Yeah.
it looks so way better. You would think this was a real thing on camera.
So since
Which,
you got a prop, right? I brought something too. It actually
oh,
took
here
me
we
a while
go.
to find, and it's not as cool as yours, right? But it's this.
Oh, baby Ruth. But you got to get one from the 80s, dude. You can't get one
Dude,
from
you know
now.
how hard this was for me to find? I went
Oh,
to
really?
I went to a grocery store, right? So my boys have soccer games, and then we went out for lunch, and then we went to like some kind of trick or treating thing in one of the old towns in Texas, like Salina. They have the
Yeah.
downtown, and you could people do it to promote their business, and they have trick or treating. So I'm like, after we did that, I told Heather like, I need to go to Target or Walmart or something. She's like, why? I need to pick myself my a baby Ruth. Okay, that's exactly what I needed. So Salina doesn't have a Walmart or a Target.
Yeah. Yeah.
You know
Well,
what they
hey,
have? They have a
welcome to the club.
Brookshire's.
Yeah, I have a Brookshire's here.
But at Brookshire's, they didn't have a baby Ruth.
Oh, okay. Well, then I guess it's not good to promote Brookshire's.
So I had to go to a 7-Eleven, and this is where I found it at a
Okay.
7-Eleven. But you can see here is one of the two-pack or two-piece in
Oh,
one
come on.
package.
Chunk would have loved that, dude.
Man, oh yeah, I know. I would love this too, but I wanted the one ball one, right?
Yeah.
But they have
Yeah.
so much paydays. But this is the same thing, like dry roasted peanuts, rich caramel, and smooth nougat. Oh my God, this sounds so good. I want to eat this now.
I wish you could give me some through the screen.
I
I'm
know.
hungry.
I'm gonna eat this tomorrow morning.
Hey, if you don't quit talking, I'm gonna go get me some Rocky Road ice cream and
Okay.
start eating on screen.
Okay. I was talking about the
Oh, I,
candy
I don't
bar,
have your, I don't
but
have
now,
your Rocky Road.
but now, I would love Rocky Road too. But now, mine thing doesn't look as cool as your damn copper key.
Oh, you thought you were gonna beat me, huh?
Oh, I didn't think I was gonna have to be a competition.
Yeah. Yeah, man. I couldn't
Tell me
find
that you
the.
bought that a long time ago, not this past week.
I didn't buy it. I mean, this is for the show.
Oh no way! Sometimes I do
but
that
I
too.
did. But I did buy it earlier. I mean, I saw it a long time ago and I wanted it, and I just thought, hey, I gotta get it now.
Yeah, I can't believe you saw that a long time ago. I didn't even think to look at it because
Well, I
right now
saw it
I'm
like
gonna look on.
I saw it earlier this year. That's why I said, hey, why don't we do the Goonies?
Oh, I like that. You had an agenda. It's kind of like me
Of
hiding
course.
that Iron
Hey,
Man's gauntlet, right?
see, I actually had the same idea for the Ecto One, but then the deal fell through. They just want. I'm joking. I didn't see the crap.
Dude,
Hey,
this
wait till we
thing.
do it. Well, hey, wait till we do Back to the Future to see what I got then.
Okay. Oh wow, there's a whole bunch of these on Amazon. They have a bottle
Yeah.
opener,
Oh
but
yeah,
I
that's
wouldn't
not a
like the
bottle.
bottle opener. So first of all, so when I was a little kid, right, I always want to make a treasure map, like for
I did
cloth
make a
one.
treasure map.
So that's then I realized like why did I always want to do that because of this movie.
Of course, this movie. Man, you
There's
want to do
nothing
everything
else.
because of this movie. Come
There's
on, I
nothing
watched this
else.
movie. I watched. Listen, this came on HBO, and that's where I saw it.
Hmm.
My dad put it on VCR on a VHS tape
Yeah,
for us, so
recorded.
we could
Yes.
watch it. We watched it so much, it erased it off the tape. You know how it
No.
starts to fade?
Yeah,
We
yeah,
did
yeah.
that was we did that was Back to the Future too. We watched it
No
so
way.
much, it starts to fade. So you gotta wait to see if we can tape it again off the TV. So
Oh wow.
oh, I watched it like in the morning, in the afternoon,
Oh,
during the
well,
day.
obviously, like my most 80s movies, right? I watch it, through VHS because my cousins had it. Like all
Yeah.
my 80s
Plus,
movies.
plus, this is one of those movies where you get to see a hobbit fight Thanos.
so, I know we always reference like Prestige, right? Wolverine versus Batman.
Yeah.
I was thinking the same thing.
Exactly. Remember Thanos is bench pressing, and here comes a hobbit, runs and jumps on his chest, tries to hold it down on him, and he almost stopped Thanos right there. No.
The Hobbit versus Thanos.
Thanos threw him off of it, man.
And it's so funny that hearing Josh Brolin's voice back. I think he was 16 or maybe even 17.
It's
right,
the
in
first
this movie.
the actual first motion picture for this guy.
Yeah,
but I think it was also
so
the first motion picture for Annie, the actress who played Annie.
Oh, really?
Yeah, that was her first thing because I think she also went into Lucas, the football movie.
Yeah.
And then she did a movie with John Candy.
Oh, really?
Where it was like a summer vacation thing. It was pretty cool.
Man.
I like John Candy, so I watched a lot of John Candy movies.
Oh, I like John Candy too.
I mean, it's kind of hard not to like the guy.
Yeah.
So. But yeah, this is the Goonies. Plus, it also has this one has a Goonies song too. You know how we're talking about Ghostbusters and all the other movies have songs for them. Yes. This one has a song for it. Goonies are good enough.
Yes, Goonies never say die.
Yeah, well, that's their logo.
Yeah, that's logo. I love it.
But yeah, I like it. The song is Goonies are good enough. Plus, we see it Cyndi Lauper.
Yeah, Cyndi Lauper.
Which I like Cyndi Lauper.
Yeah, she has a music video for the Goonies, isn't she?
Yeah, she has a big long music video for the Goonies. Which did you watch it?
I did not.
It had a lot of other actors doing stuff in it.
Yeah, that's how they promoted it back then.
Andre the Giant. Yeah, Andre the Giant was playing like he was Sloth.
Oh, it wasn't a football player that played Sloth? Oh, because he passed away.
There was a football player that played Sloth. And the guy actually played for the LA Raiders, because Sloth wears the LA Raiders shirt.
Yes. Dude, he's a big guy.
Which is awesome because later on, remember, he rips his shirt open, he's got the Superman.
Yeah, Superman. And they played the theme song.
Which is the movie was directed by Donner.
Richard Donner, yes.
Did Superman.
Yep.
But it's hard to believe that this is also the guy that did the Lethal Weapon movies.
Yes. So he's a very good director. We already know that, right? Richard Donner.
He's a pretty good director.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. Plus this movie, here's another thing, because we see all the contraptions, like when Chunk goes up to the fence and like, hey, do the truffle shuffle. Do the truffle shuffle. But remember they've hit this deal, this cannonball rolls over, hits all that. I mean, it didn't make any sense really.
No.
When you're a kid, it was cool.
No, now when you're watching now, it's like when I was watching as an adult on something like that, right? Like, where have I seen this before? And it's from the Goonies.
But you also think about it, Home Alone.
Yes.
Which was this was written by Chris Columbus.
Yes, it was.
Directed, and Home Alone was directed by Chris Columbus, right?
Yep.
So that's where we got this.
Wow.
I mean, think about it. It's some of the highest talent in Hollywood produced this.
In the 80s, yep.
I mean, produced by Steven Spielberg, directed by Richard Donner, written by Chris Columbus. I know
it's like the top A-list, right? Making this movie.
I know. This was like the A-team made this movie.
Oh, definitely, yes.
With a bunch of kids, which kids would be hard to direct anyway.
Yeah, they are.
But I mean, all these kids were pretty famous. I mean, we've seen all of these kids almost.
Yeah, Sean Austin, Corey Feldman.
Sean Austin, Fillmore. Stand By Me.
Yep.
That vampire movie, Lost Boys. And then Data. He made it into. He was Indiana Jones sidekick.
Yeah. You know what's really funny? Like he spoke really great Cantonese.
Okay, that's what I wanted to ask you.
Yeah.
What was it? Because they just say, "Oh, he spoke Chinese." I was like, "Which one?"
Cantonese. The dad was too.
So he's Hong Kong guy.
Yeah.
Because at first I thought, well, maybe he's supposed to be Japanese because it never says it. But in the movie it says, remember, he keeps going. If we keep going down the tunnels,
yes,
if we go to China, I'm going to see my ancestors.
Oh, he speaks really great Cantonese. He did that in Indiana Jones too.
What do you think he would do? What is he? Do you think I thought he was Vietnamese or something.
I think he's Vietnamese. A lot of Vietnamese refugees, they speak Cantonese.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, that's what I thought by the name. I thought maybe he's Vietnamese, but.
Yeah, he's Vietnamese.
Well, I heard Josh Brolin, who spoke really great English.
He did too, yeah. It was crazy.
I can understand this. guy.
Being Barbara Streisand's son.
Yeah, well, stepson.
Oh, stepson. Yeah, stepson.
Stepson, and not at this time. So she's not even in the picture yet.
No, she's not. Yeah, Josh Brolin.
Yeah, and Mouth, he spoke pretty excellent Spanish.
They did. Oh, dude, that part, like,
gotta separate the drugs.
You know what's really funny? I understood his Spanish and that lady's Spanish because it was speaking really simple,
Yeah. Well, the lady, they said that the lady that spoke Spanish, I forgot what her name is, she actually coached him on his Spanish.
Oh, really?
She's actually American, speaks perfect English,
Oh.
but she spoke Spanish for the movie,
Yeah. And so
And
did
she
he.
actually
Yeah.
helped him with his accent. That way, the audience could understand him a little bit better.
Oh, okay.
'Cause his
This is
Spanish
so
wasn't
funny.
that good at all. But I love it. He goes, yeah. He goes, and if you do a bad job, we're gonna lock you in here with the cockroaches. And of course, the mom's like, do you understand, Rosalie? Do you understand?
It's like, yeah. Oh,
And she's like,
Dios mío.
I'm in a crazy house.
I like that they just tied that he spoke that Spanish, right? But he's the one who can translate the stuff on the map. So they
Yeah,
gotta
he
lock
also-
that in, you know?
Well, yeah. Well, it's four of them. There's four of them, and all of them are a team. And of course, then because the older brother Josh Brolin shows up with the two
Yes.
chicks, the two girlfriends. Well,
You know,
the girlfriend and her
It
friend.
just gets me so excited. Like there's always four to a team, you know, kind of like Ghostbusters.
Oh yeah,
Like
it was
the
pretty cool.
Goonies,
And then,
right?
and of course,
then
the team got
Teenage
bigger.
Mutant Ninja Turtles.
Yeah,
Oh
and
yeah,
then
the team got bigger
the
when
team
they
got a little bit bigger. I
yeah,
mean,
his
everybody
brother
turned out
shows
to be a
up.
Goonie.
I, you know, I was really impressed, right, with Josh Brolin, even at 17, riding that little girl's bike.
Yeah.
Because yeah, your legs have to be like this. You can't ride it
Oh, yeah.
straight.
Oh,
Dude,
yeah.
I tried it with my kid's bike, like, dude, this is a tough skill.
Well, I like it. The funny thing is, when he takes the bike and that little girl stomping her feet. I want my bike. I want my bike.
And you know what's really crazy? Like the part with the car where he hold Josh Brolin's
Oh, yeah.
Brand's
The
hand.
Mustang.
Like, how did they film this back then? That's kind of dangerous now.
That was a dangerous stunt. I'm sure they had stuntmen and stuff because of course he flies off the ledge.
Yeah, it flies off the ledge. I'm like, oh.
You know what? What with the basket on the front? E.T.
Yes, I was thinking about E.T. when they did that.
Yeah, E.T. right there. E.T. right there. They made some references to some of the other movies. The one I just now caught when I was watching it this time.
Yeah.
And I guess it was always there. I didn't ever notice. Remember when Chunk, when
Yes.
him and Sloth, they break out, so they calls the sheriff.
Yeah.
The sheriff's like, so is this another lie? You tell me a story. He goes, no. He goes, it's honest. He goes, like the lie. He goes, like the time you told me where there's little critters. If you pour water on them, they multiply.
Oh my gosh! Oh shoot! That's right. He did say that.
Gremlins. Which was a Spielberg. I think it was Spielberg and Chris Columbus too.
Yeah, Chris Columbus was a writer before he became a director.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, Gremlins, one of my favorites right there.
Oh, I didn't even catch that. He did say that. I'm like,
Yeah, he just said that.
what the heck?
And he also says one about Iranians taking over the Sizzlers, which I don't think that's to any movie, but it makes me think when he says that, Iranians, automatically the first thing that pops in my head, Back to the Future.
Oh.
But Back to the Future hasn't come out yet.
No,
'Cause
it came out in the same year.
It came out the same year because this is 85.
Yeah, this is 85.
And there's somebody said that by the dates, if you look at the calendar stuff, this movie takes place on the exact same day that the day that Marty travels back in time.
No.
Yes.
Oh, that's super nerdy. I love it.
That's super nerdy. That's super crazy, man.
Same day.
This could be the same universe. This could be a Spielberg verse.
Yes, definitely, yes.
Because if there's a Spielberg universe, that means Indiana Jones is real in their universe.
Yes, it's just all these different characters, doing different things at the same time.
And they're in
Well,
Oregon.
not at the
so,
same time. Indiana
better be-
Jones is older, right?
Yeah, Indiana Jones would have been another time.
Yeah.
But he did stuff in their time. And that means Jaws, you got to be careful. Big sharks, dude.
Were these kids in California in the Goonies?
No, it's Astoria,
Astoria, that's right.
Oregon, which is cool. Here's another thing. It's really cool about this. Okay, remember the dad that played Mikey and Josh Brolin's dad?
Yes.
That actor, he actually wrote a movie or came up with the movie.
Really?
While he was in Astoria, it inspired him when on his days off he'd walk around Astoria. He wrote Free Willy.
Did he?
Yes, dude.
Wow.
Free Willy, which is cool because One-Eyed Willy.
Yes, One-Eyed Willy, yes.
And he wrote about that.
So
all in this
everyone is superstars. Like, it doesn't matter how big or small of a role you had.
Everybody was very creative. Let's put it that way.
No, yeah, you're right. Everybody was super creative.
So, what's your favorite Goonie character?
Oh, probably the leader.
Okay.
Because he's
here's
the one that always want to persuade like the people. Like, come on, guys, let's do this. It's right here.
Yeah.
It says it
Yeah,
right
you're
here.
right.
Let's go.
Well, no, it's actually changed for me.
Oh, who was it?
Because when I was a kid, Data was my favorite.
Oh, Data was my favorite too.
Because he had all the stuff.
He has all the cool gadgets. Yeah.
I had a jacket. I'd put the jacket on,
like the
and
Batman thing. Yeah.
I had the little things, and I took my guns. Those guns with the darts apart. Yeah. I stuck them all in the belt and made that stuff. Plus, he had James Bond too, so you automatically like him. But now that I'm older, I'm watching it again. I kind of like Chunk.
Oh, like Chunk.
Because he's pretty interesting. Plus,
Yeah,
he tells
I
the
like
stories.
Chunk too.
Love it, especially when they catch him and go, okay, he's trying to tell a story, and they're like, they're in the fireplace. No, kid.
But he's like, I want to hear everything. So he starts telling them like everything.
I know. He's I like it. He starts crying. He goes, I knocked my sister down the stairs, and I told him it was a dog. And my favorite story is when he goes, and then I threw some vomit over, and then I made this noise, and then everybody got sick. And then, of course, that bad guy. He goes, I love this kid.
Oh, I forgot to say, Cypher was in this movie from The Matrix. That played the brother. Remember the brother that broke him out of jail?
Oh, yes.
Yeah, and he was Captain Howard in the Bad Boys.
Oh, yeah. Well, the other brother was in the James Bond movie. He was the villain.
That's right.
A License to Kill.
Yes.
Plus, they're singing. Plus, Mom Fratelli. I think the Mom Fratelli was that Throw Mama from the Train. You ever see that movie?
Really? No, I have never seen that movie.
Oh, it's actually pretty good.
Hearing the name Fratelli's, right? It reminds me of that, we have a really famous Texas pizza place. They don't serve the circle pizza, the rectangle pizza. It's called I Fratelli's. And now every time I hear Fratelli's, right, I think about that pizza place. Well,
they said that Fratelli's in Italian means brothers. Yeah.
Oh, it is brothers. Okay. Oh, you know what? Yeah.
Now I gotta go eat there. I want to eat a pizza at Fratelli's too.
Fratelli's too is probably one of the best pizzas I ever ate.
Oh really?
Oh, yeah.
Wow! And you came from New York.
Yeah.
It's good.
It's one of the best pizzas I ever ate at Fratelli's. I love it. Everyone I introduced that to, they love it too. Yeah, it's one of the best pizzas I ever ate.
Next time I come see you, if I ever come see you, I gotta go eat that pizza.
Oh, you gotta get Fratelli's. I would love it. Yep. It's a little bit expensive, but it's totally worth it.
So now all of a sudden I want some pizza and some Rocky Road.
I did. That was like with this stupid candy bar, this stupid ice cream, and one pizza. So we're living like we're back in the 80s.
We're back in the 80s. Hey, another thing, Pepsi. They drank Pepsi the whole.
Oh, that's right. Oh, I love
Pepsi. I love that scene, especially when they start the movie, because it's actually cool. Because it starts with the movie, they break out of the prison.
Yes.
Or the jail. The county jail is basically what they broke out. And they get in that Jeep, and then they drive through the town with the credits.
Yes.
And so they introduce you to every single
character. I love that. Yeah, because they drove it through that town. Yeah,
especially
really
when they show Mouth. Remember, Mouth is watching the cop steal, and he hits on the TV.
Yeah, he turned off the TV, and he's still here.
You see the girl cheerleading and the girl doing the other deals. Data doing his thing, the James Bond thing.
Yeah, and they drove through the thing. Yes, and of course, exactly.
I love the best one was Chunk, where Chunk's playing the arcade game, and he runs over there with the pizza, and he smashes
the pizza on the window. Like, oh my God. My mother would kill me if I did that.
That was like a strawberry milkshake or something.
Oh yeah, he
was out all over him.
He pushed it against the window.
That was the best one, man.
Why is that so funny? I don't know.
But I loved it. I'm
like if I pull that stuff, if I push a pizza and a strawberry through, my mom would have my ass. Like, he was the best one.
Because he always messed up something.
It is
always. This guy his luck was so bad.
I like that in the 80s, right? Because Chong was in an arcade. We were talking about Ghostbusters, and they had arcades, And I'm like, so I told you before earlier, my sons play soccer, right? And it's almost at the end of the season, and the coaches are trying to figure out a party thing. So I suggested, hey, let's go to a pizza place. Kids love pizza, right? And I'm hoping because there will be one or two arcades there. And we have a CC's here. So Heather trying to look like, oh, maybe we should go to a pizza place. That would be cool for the kids, So she looked it up and she was like, I don't think there's arcades there. Like, what? We're never going to CC's again.
Hey, when I was last in Dallas, the CC's had arcade.
Yeah, like one or two.
Little tiny one.
A little tiny one.
Good luck. You would have had to stay in line. No, they had like maybe five arcade.
Really? So I told Heather, like, maybe I should just buy them one of these arcade one-ups, right? And then just let it keep it there. So there's an arcade at the pizza place.
Yeah.
Because I won't stand for it.
They're like, well, we have a TV in the back with the PlayStation.
No, that's not. No. That's not gonna work out for me.
Don't they have like pizza places?
When I live,
Arcades, pizza places. Remember like Chuck E. Cheese and
oh, there's not Chuck E. Cheese
Gaddy's.
close by.
Hey, they how about a Gaddy's?
Dude, I never heard of Gaddy's.
Man, they had a Gaddy in Frisco, dude.
Oh,
Over
oh,
there,
that's kind of
half price bookstore was.
Oh, that's right. I do remember saying
They have
GATTI. Yes.
arcade, dude.
Yes.
Arcade.
Okay, I gotta check that out. But back to the
Oh, well.
movie.
Back to the movie. Because there was
I
no
do like
arcade
that, yeah.
playing going on in this.
Yeah.
Hey, but there was a Goonies 2 game on Nintendo.
Oh, that's right. That actually, no,
Never played it. I never played it.
My cousin played it, and was I guess this is before YouTube was like, available, right? So I watched him play this game. It's not an easy game, you know.
Nothing on NES was a game.
But it's so really funny
game.
because I remember the music so well, because he played it a lot. Yeah.
Yeah, I just remember them having it. I never played it or saw it. So
Is it Goonies 2?
yeah, it was Goonies 2.
So it's not Goonies 1.
I don't think they made a Goonies 1. I know there's a Goonies 2 NES, but there was never a real Goonies 2 movie.
Yeah, why is that? The Goonies 2 game, but no Goonies 2 movie.
Hey, I don't know.
Oh yeah, this is it. Goonies
They ran
2.
out of. They just couldn't come up with an adventure. I guess because everybody got better work, got more jobs.
Yeah.
You know.
Wouldn't it make sense to make a Goonies 2 anyway?
Yeah, but Spielberg had lots to do. Christopher Columbus was famous. Donner had other stuff to do.
Oh yeah, so much projects. Yeah.
They probably made more money doing other projects too.
Oh, it's a Goonies game. No, I've seen the Goonies game, not the Goonies 2. I'm looking at screenshots. Yeah.
Okay, so there is a Goonies, just Goonies.
Yeah, just Goonies. I've seen this game before.
Well, I know there's a Goonies too, so.
Because my cousin played it, and that's why I seen this movie.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, the Goonies.
So where'd you see this movie?
Also at a tape. The only American movies
But you didn't see this in Hong Kong. Did you see this in Hong Kong?
I seen this in Hong Kong.
So you saw it before you came here?
Yeah, I saw this before I came here. I could tell you easily right now, the only 80s movies I've seen in theater, right, is Empire Strikes Back, one of the 007s, Rambo 2. I seen Rambo 2 in the theater. That movie is rated R. I seen the Terminator. I seen the Terminator in the movie theater. That's also rated R.
Man. Ratings are different
Hong
overseas.
Kong. We don't give a crap, okay?
Yeah, I was to say, violence is in the street, dude. Don't worry
violence
about
is different in Hong Kong. It just no swearing. Well, there's a lot of swearing in Terminator. Well, not really bad. On the first Terminator, it's just violence.
Okay, so it's okay for violence in Hong Kong, but no swearing.
No swearing. Like my people don't really swear. Like it's like we talk about this. Movies are different, right?
Sounds like Baptist.
Yeah, kind of.
Yeah. Violence is okay.
Violence is okay. Swearing is not. Like if you swear, like my dad and my uncle, right? In that generation, they just think that person is uneducated. That's how they see swearing.
They think that in America too, but still we do it.
Yeah, we do it. Like uneducated people. Like okay, whatever.
Come on. I mean, come on.
Huh? The Goonies. I gotta play this game.
You gotta play this. Yeah, you gotta play this game.
Yes. But you need to watch the movie first.
And I'm going to watch you play the game.
Oh, that's right. I'm going to do a special this week. Probably just for this.
Yeah, you better. Ghostbusters. Do all the Ghostbusters.
I probably do all the Ghostbusters games I have and then do
Goonies.
Yeah. I'm going to make this a special week.
Might as well.
I should. Yeah, I'm going to do something different. I should try to promote this too.
But anyways, so the Goonies live in the Goon Docks.
Yes. You know, they live in a really nice area, right? Like it looks like, that's why I guess they wanted the real estate.
I don't know. I mean, I guess it depends how you see it. I thought it was pretty sharp because, I mean, come on, you got all the houses up on the hill and you're seeing it because we're flat. I mean,
because we're in Texas, everything's flat.
It's so flat. Yeah, it's so flat. There's actually areas like this farther down in the hill country.
Mm-hmm.
I've seen it. I went to a city that looked like this in Texas.
Oh, really?
That resembled it. Yeah, it was farther down. It looked pretty awesome, but that's what's pretty amazing. They live near the ocean.
Yeah, I thought that was cool. Like they live near the ocean.
Yeah, but here's the funny thing. They live near where there's pirates. Yes. They're all about pirates. But here's the funny thing. Most pirates didn't operate in the Pacific Ocean.
No,
they operated they operated in the Atlantic, mainly around the Gulf of Mexico, the Bermuda Triangle.
And you said they were in Oregon, right?
Yeah, they're in Oregon, way up there between Washington and
Yeah, in
California.
Washington. Yep.
So I thought, huh, oh well. I mean, that's not all the you don't want to ask too many questions in this
No,
movie,
see, this is back to the 80s,
especially
Lou.
especially when they come in that room with the pirate ship.
Yeah.
It's all lit up.
Yes.
How was it lit up? Do you want to know?
Who cares?
Exactly. Who cares? I think the idea you're supposed to have in this movie, everything was dark, and the audience is just seeing what they can't see.
The audience seeing what they can see.
Yeah,
Okay.
remember how we talked on the time machine.
Yeah.
You know, we could see everything, but actually there is actually supposed to be pitch black. I think in this movie, because you see them walking with lights and stuff, shining it on stuff, even though you can see everything around it. I think the idea was it's supposed to be dark.
You know what's really funny? I didn't even pay attention to that.
Oh, didn't you? Oh, I
No.
did. Well, it just puzzled me because I'm like, I can see everything, and these people walking around with candles and lights.
Yeah, see,
and
now
lanterns.
you're watching this with an older mindset. I'm still
Yeah.
watching this as I'm a 6-year-old. 6-year-old. This picture sounds really weird. Like, I didn't care for that, but when I watch the time machine, right, I'm like, why is it so bright in here when it's
Yeah, why
supposed
is
to
it
be
so
pitch
bright?
black?
But it's supposed to be dark. Because I mean, come
But
on.
watching this, like, I didn't care about any of
Because
it.
if they showed this all in dark, it wouldn't have been as amazing.
It won't be as amazing. You can't see it visually.
You've never seen One-Eyed Willy's pirate ship.
No. Yeah, because it looks really really well lit for that shot.
Yeah,
you know?
it was way well lit.
Because you know, back in the 80s, we spent a lot of money for this shot, right?
And you know,
You're
this
gonna see
movie,
it.
this movie actually had a lot of cut scenes in it. A lot of stuff cut out.
Oh, like how? I never seen the cut. I mean, like the special edition or anything like that.
No, there's never been a special edition. They never. I mean, there's been
So
some
how do you
people
see
make
the delete scenes?
some people. Oh, they got delete scenes now.
Oh, like on YouTube and stuff.
No, they put it with the movie now.
Oh, okay.
A few of the delete scenes. There's actually supposed to be a lot more
Oh,
stuff they cut
that's
out. Nobody
right.
got. There was supposed to have been a work print. And a lot of people got work prints and put this stuff back in on YouTube.
No way.
But here's the thing, because you should know there's a cutscene. Because at the very end,
Yeah.
remember the reporters are asking all the kids, so
Yes.
how was it like? What was it? And first thing is Data goes, the octopus.
Yes.
Did that puzzle you?
Oh, that's right. I thought they were making it up. It did puzzle me. I'm like, what is he talking about?
He fought an octopus.
But they cut it.
They cut it. And
But they
I saw
didn't
the
do that
cutscene.
in the. But they didn't do that in the movie release. So you would think he was lying.
I don't think you're supposed to think they're lying. I think they forgot to take it out, because there's a lot of scenes where they kind of looks like they forgot that when they cut it together, they didn't take it out or take stuff out. I think they just forgot to take it out because.
So let's just say you give me this
But
mindset.
I've seen it. I've seen the cut. I saw the scene with the octopus
Yeah.
where it's after they get off the pirate ship and they're headed towards to get out of the deal. That's when this octopus shows up.
Oh man.
And of course, Data, he fights the octopus and he sticks this tape recorder with a song that was made just for the movie. It disappeared. The song disappeared too. He sticks it in his mouth and it goes away.
Oh.
It looked kind of hokey though. It probably would have been good when you're a kid, but now it just wouldn't hold up. It was a scene that probably wouldn't have held up to this time
Okay.
because it just didn't look right and there wasn't that much to it.
Well, if you think about it, a lot of scenes wouldn't hold up because like the brothers were afraid of sloth, right? And like in real life, they could probably take him. There's two guys, you know, like they had guns.
Oh
and
no,
stuff.
they tried to take him, remember? And he
Yes.
slammed them
Yes.
together.
Like a little
Hey,
very
hey, you
slapstick. Yes.
guys. Yeah. So I mean, they weren't really afraid of him. He just.
Now
I
every
always
time I
pick
think
on it.
about sloth, I think about this stupid candy bar I have in front of my face. I gotta take this away. Sorry.
I think if you want to eat the candy bar, go ahead.
I
mean,
do, but I have to mute myself. I mute myself. You could hear me cough, right? But I mute myself every time on the mic so the recording doesn't catch it. Because I cough a lot because the allergies are really bad right now this time.
Yeah,
It's so
it's
dry.
allergy season here.
Yeah. So every time you hear me cough and you re-listen to this, you won't hear that at all.
Okay, cool. I never even knew. Now you just gave me a secret.
Yep. Well, for the audience, doesn't know. Yeah. For the people who listen,
Sorry for
like,
the
oh,
audience.
I'm
Yeah, you
coughing
don't want to hear
a lot.
Then you don't want to hear this guy cough. It sounds like a little girl sneezing.
Like, hey, I don't care. You want to judge me by the way I do it?
Apparently you do care because you keep muting it.
Oh, because it spikes up the mic for the
Okay,
people who
yeah.
listen. Yeah.
I would give you a technical reason too. I mean, it's okay, dude.
Well,
We're all-
if you didn't
we're all
know,
friends
on
here.
radio, right? Because people drink and eat all the time on radio talk shows.
Oh yeah.
And the producer have to milk them every time.
I know. What a
And
bunch
I
of
do that.
pigs.
Yeah, because if you think about it, a lot of radio
people.
shows like 4 hours. You can't go without drinking something,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah, you're right. I
Yeah,
can't even go
I'm doing it
without
right
drinking
now.
water. I mean, I seeing you drink water makes me want to drink water.
Okay, so just like you said, it's allergy season, right? So it's really dry.
Yeah, I like water.
And I like water too.
Well, I mean, I'm gonna drink water on this deal. Let's put it that way. This isn't vodka.
Yeah, you're right. It's in a clear glass. I don't know what you're drinking.
Exactly.
Man, what else I loved about this movie? Because it's mostly a kid adventure. Oh, there's another thing I want to point
That's
out.
what I love about it,
Yeah,
because
the
it was
kid
a kid
adventure.
adventure.
That's the
Because
other
when
thing
you're
I
a kid,
gotta
you're
point
like,
out.
I want an adventure like that.
So you know how you point out earlier Steven Spielberg in the Back to the Future tie-in in Gremlins? You know what Steven Spielberg also have a tie-in with this movie? Jurassic Park. The character of Ned, right?
The character of Ned?
Like Newman from Seinfeld?
Yeah.
He wore everything that the Goonies wore. The wing coat, Chung's Hawaiian shirt, Mouse, whatever jacket in the.
I would never
yeah.
picked up. Hey, I want to point out Mouse jacket. The gray jacket?
Yes.
I had one.
No.
When that came out, I had one of those jackets with the straps and stuff. You know why I bought that? I didn't buy it because Mouth had it, because it was gray and it had the straps all over.
Yeah.
It reminded me of the Airwolf flight suit.
Oh yeah, you know what? It did. No, I did like his jacket for like a little kid, right? Like, I wish
it
that would look cool in an adult now.
Yeah, but that's why I got it, because it reminded me of the Airwolf jacket. So I thought, yeah, I gotta have that.
Maybe that's why they had it, because maybe he likes Airwolf.
Yeah, I can't remember if Airwolf came out during that time. I don't know if I had it during that time or a little later on. But I had a jacket.
Early 80s?
It was the 80s. I can't remember. I think it was late 80s.
Oh, late 80s. Okay.
No, it was early 80s or mid 80s.
Mid 80s. Let's look at Airwolf.
Because I remember it's like you watch Knight Rider, and then you watch Street Hawk, and then here comes Airwolf.
Airwolf. Let's see. 1984, first episode. Yeah.
Yeah. Then that's probably when I had it, because I remember having the jacket and thinking Airwolf.
That's only 2 years of this show.
Which is, no, there's 3.
84 to 86.
There's 4 seasons. There's 4 seasons.
First 82 to 80, 84 to 86.
Yeah, they had another that pilot changed.
You and Eric talked about it, yeah.
Oh yeah, Airwolf. Love Airwolf. But Goonies was cool. So let's go back to Goonies.
Look at that. I'm looking at the county jail. Let's see. Now home to. Oh, it's an Oregon Film Museum now.
Oh really?
Yeah,
wow.
I'm looking on Wikipedia. That's pretty cool. I like that. So did they use ILM for this?
I don't know. I would have thought they would do something.
Did they use special effects for this?
Sure they did, but most of it is probably all
like latex and stuff, like
yeah, it was all prop.
Yeah, it's all props.
The only thing that I would think that maybe that was a model was the pirate ship at the end sailing away. That would be the only way. But I mean, that ship they're on, they built a full pirate ship for that set.
That's pretty cool.
Which is pretty cool, yeah. For One-Eyed Willy's ship.
Yes.
And
I do like that.
What was that name? What was that guy's name? Was his name Chester Copperpot or?
Oh yeah, I remember some kind of copper pot. That's right. I thought it was thinking about Batman.
Yeah, I know exactly. You're thinking Batman.
I did think about Batman because copper pot.
Copperpot.
Man, who played the Fratelli's mom? Mama Fratelli, Anne Ramsey.
Yeah.
Steve Anton. Let's see, because I know the football player died like a few months after the movie was released. They played a sloth.
Yeah, he died, and then she's passed away.
Yeah, well, yeah, and the
several actually, a lot of those older people did, because I think the dad of
the guy who wrote Free Willy.
Yeah, the guy who wrote him. He passed away.
Ah, and you know what? Free Willy made a lot of money too. I seen Free Willy. It's a pretty good movie.
But it was neat the way they did a lot of stuff.
It did. Jake Fratelli, Robert Davey. Why do I know him so well? Besides James Bond, what has he been in? Oh, he was in License to Kill. He was in Die Hard. That's why.
Oh, that's why.
Yes.
Oh, wow. Everybody in Die Hard, man.
Yes. That's right. License to Kill. He was in Predator 2. Oh, he was in Showgirls. But I don't remember that movie that well.
I didn't see Showgirls.
Yeah, I saw that on release date.
Yeah, I didn't.
Because my friend's dad working at the movie theater, so we got in easily.
Yep. And then you were like, it wasn't as good as I thought it was gonna be, huh?
Yeah, it was terrible. Even
It's like Save.
as like
You're
a
like
16-year-old, I
like
knew that like, oh, this movie's terrible.
yeah. You're like Saved by the Bell was a lot better.
We wish it was Kelly instead of like.
Yeah, everybody did. Everybody did, dude.
That is so messed up.
It was messed up. Hey, if you're not happy with what you're getting, dude, you got a
Yeah,
problem.
you
Okay.
gotta watch. Yeah, exactly. Ah, Goonies.
I
What
mean,
else?
Screech would have been happy with it.
Oh, you know what I really like the part where Anne thought she was kissing Bran.
Oh, I love that. I love it because she's well. I mean, come on, and you know it's but that's when you should have known that it was darker than what it was.
Yes, that's because that part was dark. When they were using
It was
the
a little
bathrooms.
darker, but it wasn't as dark as it should have been.
Yeah,
Because then you're kind of like, well, how could you not see it in a way? But I like it because they have braces.
that's right. You know what? That's the part
It
that
is-
it didn't make sense to me. Why is it dark in there, but everything else is lighted? Yeah, you're right.
Yeah.
Logic goes out the window when I watch a movie. I
Logic
love.
goes out the window. Well,
does.
a lot of logic's got to go out the window on this one, especially when the pipes, because they're just
Oh,
moving up
yeah.
the pipes, and there was so much chaos. But
And
it
I
was
thought
funny,
it was still funny.
especially when that rich boy sits down and it shoots him up to the deal, he hits the ground.
Oh yeah, cause mommy, the pipes.
Yeah, he
It
wants his
totally didn't
daddy.
make sense, right? But I guess back then when they wrote this movie, like, hey, you know what would be really funny, and they just went for it.
It was all for a laugh. Come
Yeah,
on,
it's all
everything
for a
was
laugh. Like if Spielberg in the 2000, right? Like, this would never work. Like, no, none of this makes sense.
Yeah, because I mean the same thing because it's like when they go through that deal, they find Chester Coffin-Pudge's body.
Mm-hmm.
Remember, and they hit those booby traps, and all those rocks fall down.
Yes.
How did the Fratellis get through there?
Oh, I was thinking that. Like once they put
See?
all the rocks, like they shouldn't be able to go to that thing. Yeah.
But, I don't know. Maybe they weaved in through it. But I do like that scene when they find it, and it's like, hey, look at it. He goes, look, Ma, they picked him clean. And she goes, yeah, right before they ate his body. And it's just, I love that. I like it because you already know who her favorite is.
Yeah, I know.
She keeps slapping. Oh,
I don't know why that is. I need to put
Oh.
myself in that 80s mindset when I watch movies with like things that I don't like, or not. I won't say I won't like. Right? That doesn't make any sense. I need to
Yeah.
go because now I'm an adult. Like, no, I need to watch my mind as a
You have to,
6-year-old.
but I don't know. Some movies make it where you have to pick it apart. I mean, they're almost like look at this, look at that.
Yeah.
I don't know why we're so like that, but hey, that's the way it happened.
Because now I'm gonna say like if we watch the Goonies again, right? Which is so
Well, I don't-
funny.
It's like they don't really make movies aimed at kids anymore. They make movies that should be aimed at kids for adults now.
Okay, so on that point, so when I was watching this, right, Heather asked me like, "Isn't this a kids movie?" And I'm like, "Yeah, in my mind, of course I do, right?" So when we started watching it, I'm like, and then there's some scenes. Remember the guy from the stiff from the freezer with the bullet hole?
Yeah.
And Heather was like, "No, they're not watching this." Right at the
call.
very beginning, when the older brother, right, he looked like he hung himself with a telephone pole or wire or whatever.
Oh yeah, yeah.
That was like, that can't be in a rated PG movie. What the heck is going on?
Hey, especially that cop. It's like kill myself. Kicks
Yes.
him. Yeah, that was a pretty good scene. And they shoot the deal and then they
They
drive around.
swear
Of course,
a lot in this
of course.
movie.
Oh yeah, they did. Of course, but that kid Jada, he spells it out.
Yes, he spells it out, yeah.
Because you actually, in real life, his mom told him not to swear in the movie. So
Yeah, I feel like this movie should have a harder rating than Ghostbusters.
no,
No, because of death stuff.
Ghostbusters. Nah, I don't think so.
And Ghostbusters is also PG, which is really
Oh,
weird that
come
we
on.
do two PG,
Come on, because I mean,
PG movies.
you gotta think Raiders of the Lost Ark was pretty bloody and schooly
But
and
it was
scary.
PG-13 though,
Oh, was it?
wasn't it?
It was PG.
What is up with the rating
maybe
system?
you're right. Maybe you're right. I mean, they didn't really have a stepping stone yet. They didn't really know what to rate stuff yet.
No, right. So that's what they thought it was okay.
But see, that's the thing. Almost nothing's PG now. That's like this.
No, it won't be PG.
But they don't make anything like this now. But this was
Raiders
for
of the
kids.
Lost Ark is PG.
See, I told you, dude.
Wow.
Because I remember. You know how I know this? Because I was watching it,
Because you were able to watch it, right?
and then my parents were like, "Okay, we're turning this off." And it did. I got to see a little bit of it, and I didn't get to see it until I got a little bit older.
Older. What
Yeah.
would Indiana Jones be rated today? Let me look at it. Oh, it would be
It
rated
would have been.
PG-13
It'd be PG-13,
Yeah.
dude, because of all that blood and stuff.
because of the dark nature. Yeah, Temple of the Doom.
Yeah. See,
Wow.
I actually saw Temple of Doom before I saw Raiders of the Lost Ark. Even though I started to watch Raiders of the Lost Ark, I got cut off, and then eventually I got to see Temple of Doom.
So let me tell you something. I watched
And after
all of
seeing,
these before I was 10. Because when I was 10, right, I was already in the U.S. and I
yeah,
seen
well,
all of this before I came here.
yeah, well, lucky you, okay?
Yeah, I'm not bragging. I seen Terminator and RoboCop.
Yeah, it took me a long time to get to see
And
Terminator and
I'm
RoboCop.
thinking, yeah, and I'm like, yeah, this is totally not okay for anyone under 10 to watch
You
this.
know, here's the sad thing is I got to see RoboCop 2 before I got to see RoboCop.
Was RoboCop 2, wasn't it rated R? No, only RoboCop 3 was rated R. I mean PG-13.
I thinking RoboCop 2 was rated R.
Yeah, RoboCop 2 is rated R, yeah, because the scene where they cut out the cop, well, we can't talk about
Yeah,
this.
yeah. But hey, I got to see that before I saw
I would
RoboCop.
rate it this one as PG-13 also. Because they were shooting little kids with guns. Remember the Fratelli brothers? They were
They
shooting.
shot at him.
Yeah,
Oh, it's
they
not a big
shot
deal.
at
They
them.
shot at. Come on, welcome to America, okay?
Jamaica. That's so messed up.
And they didn't actually shoot the kid. They shot
They
at him.
shot at them.
At
Which is
them.
so okay. It's PG. But if you shoot at it, if you shoot the kid, then it's PG-13. This is how the
Yeah.
movie rating system go back then.
But I like it when they go up in the attic and they find all this stuff.
Oh, the attic was cool. You know what? The
And-
attic was darker than the caves.
Oh, it was.
Yeah,
You're
right?
right. It was darker.
Yeah,
Okay,
it
I
was
forgot.
darker.
I didn't realize that. But of course, you know, they always get Chunk to break stuff for him. He wants to
Yes.
break that deal out, so he gets Chunk to do that.
There's a lot of fat jokes in this movie, yeah.
Hey, that dude's not fat now.
He's not, right?
Nah, man, he's like,
Really?
yeah, he changed. But hey, people change when they're
Oh, Jeff
when they grow up.
Cohen.
Yeah, people change when they grow up. But
Yes.
anyways, it's cool. It's one of my favorite characters. Especially I like it when they say, "Hey, Chunk, go get help." So he runs out on the highway, and the Jeep stops. He runs up to there. Hey, I gotta tell you about the Fratellis. There's some really nasty people. And then the light comes on.
I see the
And
bullet
guy-
holes in the car, man. I told you.
Yeah, size of matzo balls.
God.
Oh, plus the lies he tells. Remember when he shows up at their house? He's like, hey, hey, you gotta believe this. I saw a Jeep and the cops are shooting at it, and all
Oh,
this
yeah,
stuff.
because he's
they're
telling
going-
those stories,
Yeah,
yes.
and it's like, yeah, Chunk, like the time that Michael Jackson came over and used the bathroom at your house.
It wasn't
you-
his,
that-
it was Michael Jackson, okay? It was his sister.
Yeah, yeah, it was his sister. Hey, you know that a lot of people made appearances too, because at the end of the movie, remember when all the kids were running on the beach,
Mhm.
and those two guys drive up on the four-wheelers?
Yeah.
The older guy with the gray hair was Donner,
No.
Richard Donner, and the other guy was his assistant director.
No way.
Yeah, man, that's awesome.
Oh, I didn't notice that. But then
Yep.
I don't really know what Richard
Well, I
Donner
didn't know what
looks
they looked like, but I mean, I saw it saw it written there, or otherwise I wouldn't have known who these guys
okay.
were. But a thing they said, like the Chunk, when that woman shows up, his mom is his real mom in real life.
Oh, really?
Yeah, a lot of those people that when they did that scene,
Yeah.
they let them bring extra people if they wanted there. So some of those people were their families with actors.
So it's probably that Chinese kid's real parents because his dad speaks Chinese.
I can't
mean,
remember if that was his real parents or not, but they did say that someone got to bring their real family.
Oh, that's pretty cool. You know what's really funny about Chunk's parents? Like, they brought a pizza.
Yeah, they brought a pizza
Like-
to see him. Because he's always eating. Every scene is eating. Because I mean, even when they're in the restaurant, he's like eating stuff constantly.
You know what's really funny? That didn't make sense also, but I loved it. Like, he can smell ice cream.
I know. I saw that too when he's walking. He's yelling at him.
I smell ice cream.
Yeah, when he gets out here and he's
Like,
like, I smell
what?
something. You can't. I've never met anybody who can smell ice cream.
No.
You know what? You know what it is? It's one of those. I saw a freezer and ice cream popped in my head, so it's got.
Yeah, that's what gotta be. You're like, oh, I smell ice cream. I'm like, what? That's when they found her stiff.
Yeah, I like it that when they go in there. You remember because they go, hey, what's those two guys going to the restaurant? Of course, Data's like, oh, I can't be drug dealers because they wouldn't be caught dead in that stuff. Remember, and then they go in there, and of course they get stopped by the mom. Of course, they're like, "What do you want?" Everybody's like, "Water."
Water. And it looks like
And
tea, right? It looks like
And
bourbon.
oh yeah, it looks like it's just like it's wet, isn't it? But I like it when when he hears them two Italian, he looks at Mama. He's like, "So do you want anything else?" And of course, Mouth's there. I want a veal scallopine. I want a something 1981. And of course, she pulls out that. All we serve here is tongue.
Yes. See, like
that-
stuff like that, she pulls out a knife
yeah.
on him.
Oh yeah, Mouth. He was something else.
Oh. So I guess he's the most cultured of the group, right? Because he say like things with accent. He speaks Spanish.
I guess so, because he speaks Spanish and he can talk.
He's the one who likes to talk.
Oh, he could talk. Plus, it also makes sense. He must not have a good life too, in a way, because the character. Because remember when they get down to the wishing well, the girls tell him, "Hey, you can't take these. These are somebody's wishes," and then he looks at her and he's like, "This is my wish that I made." I guess it's probably a lot of angry about that they're going to be broken up as friends.
Yeah.
Stuff, because I like it. He goes, "And these are my wishes, and I'm taking them back." That was pretty good.
Good. Yes.
All these scenes are cool, especially when you're a kid, because I like pirates anyway. So.
Pirates
especially
cool.
Especially when they go to play the organ.
Oh yes, the fingers, right? The skeleton.
Yeah,
fingers.
with the skeleton up on it, man, that's cool, dude.
And I'm thinking, like, even if she play piano, right? How is she going to be able to figure this out?
I know,
like, there's like 3 sets of
all it was, it looked like a bunch of fingers sticking.
Yeah, a bunch of fingers sticking out. Like, I wouldn't even know. I used to know how to learn to play piano. It's only 2 levels, right? Like the black keys and the white keys. But it's like 3 levels. Like, what the heck is going on here? Even though, like, I could read the sheet music, but I don't know what is what.
Yeah. It's like, looks like a piano to me.
Oh.
Yeah, it had all kinds of stuff. And I mean, come on, it didn't really make that much sense because you put the wrong deal, the floor falls out.
Yeah, so it's basically
and this door opens up.
It opens a little bit, yeah.
With light shining out of it.
Yeah.
Where was the light coming from?
I don't know, because when they go to the door, right, it's just this little crack, wasn't it? Because it goes to the well.
Yep.
Yeah.
Well, they jump because there's supposed to be another scene where there's a skeleton that they got a tickle and he points the direction.
Oh, that's right, because you said there was a lot of cut deleted scenes.
Yeah, there was a lot of deleted stuff.
Oh.
Because the other cut scene that I did see is where when they get away from the big brother, they go to a grocery store.
Yeah.
And that's where they're looking at books, magazines and stuff, and look at the map. And that's when Mikey gets the map of his state. His town, and gets the treasure map, and he looks at it and realizes that treasure's right there where they're at.
Oh, so it doesn't make sense how they got there.
And then it also shows up. It shows also in the convenience store that they're at, the grocery store they're at, because of course Chunk's inside the freezer eating ice cream out of each carton.
Oh my God, I've seen that before, like a deleted scene, and it was never in the movie.
Yeah, and that's also where they get the Baby Ruth candy bar.
Oh.
I think Data got the Baby Ruth candy bar, and of course it has that bully with the 2 girls there.
Oh man!
And of course, he's trying to beat the crap out of one of the kids. I guess they said some stuff to him, so he's trying to beat him up. The little brother, I think, and then that's when the big brother shows up, and he almost beats the crap out of. Yeah, he sets the map on fire and tries to act like he's smoking it, and they put the map out, and of course the Brolin's character beats the crap out of that guy, so he yells at the girls to go. That's when you see Andy's like, "Hey, I don't want to leave," and then she leaves.
Wow, you know what? Now that you mention this, yeah, a lot of scenes that didn't make sense where they had stuff that they never realized before. Because I was thinking, like, where did he get the? Well, maybe because it's Chunk, right? It just makes sense. He has candy bars in his pockets.
Yeah, that's why he has all this stuff. They stopped at a grocery store, but then they changed it, and after we watched the real movie, this scene almost doesn't make sense because then you wonder how did they leave, or how did they get away from Brolin's character again?
Yeah, because Brand didn't find them until later.
Yeah, I didn't find them until later because Murphy just goes in there and gets them.
So these were great people who made this movie, but they just didn't, like, they shot the scenes, but they didn't connect them together.
It's 84.
Yeah.
It's pretty early in the career.
Yeah.
It may have been a kind of a low budgeter.
Oh, it's low budget, like 19 million.
Okay, yeah.
It made 124.
It's just probably like an idea they had, and while they were trying to make other stuff at the same time, probably made this on the side.
Yeah, it feels like this is something they do. That's why they work with a lot of the same people.
Because I mean, it was just kids. Yeah, it was just kids you didn't really know yet.
Yep.
And none of the parents were major actors or actresses yet. So.
Yeah. Yeah, who was the big? Oh, it's Josh Brolin. Well, nowadays the biggest star of Josh Brolin. And then if you talk about this 20 years ago, it would be Sean Astin because of the Lord of the Rings movie.
Oh yeah, but I mean, not that long after this movie, the biggest actor would have been Mouth.
Corey Feldman.
Yeah, because he made Lost Boys and a bunch of other stuff.
Yeah. Yes.
He's the only one that was like the bigger. Because I can't remember all these other people being that big then.
Yeah, you're right. Yeah, Corey Feldman. He was in Lost Boys.
Yeah, he was a big actor for a while, and then he just kind of.
I was in Friday the 13th. He was in Gremlins, Stand By Me. Oh yeah, you're right. You said Stand By Me.
Oh yeah, I forgot he was in Gremlins. So,
Wow. Corey Feldman.
but yeah, I mean, come on, it's a good event. When you're a kid, you're like, this is what I want to do. I want
Yeah.
to go find a pirate ship, find treasure.
To save the town too. That was the biggest thing.
Well, to save their neighborhood.
Yeah, save the neighborhood.
Because and plus you had those jerks. Because remember at the end, the guy's like, he's like, oh, we're the richest people in town because we have you and your brother.
Oh,
And
yeah,
of course,
yeah,
the other
yeah.
guy's like, hey, you're looking at the richest deal, which is kind of corny, you know, because he makes him sign it.
Yeah.
Right there. Because actually, that's not the ending of the original movie.
Ooh.
The original movie, they were supposed to, they found him and they took him home. And then that guy shows up at their house to have the dad sign the paper. And while the housekeeper's doing the laundry,
Yeah.
she finds that bag of jewels. But instead, they decided, hey, why don't we just all have them all here? That way they can sit there. Because, you know, in the old days, they made movies like the Marvel way. Let's have a bunch of shots and then link the shots together and tell a story.
Yeah.
Yeah, because we need that shot where everybody's sitting there on the beach watching the pirate ship.
Yep.
So.
Yeah, it didn't make sense to me. Like, why would they make him sound right there? It was a legit business thing, right? Like, you had to go into the title office.
Exactly. It's like, yeah, we just found our kids, and now you want us to sign it right here.
Yeah, what are cops and everything around? Like, what?
Yeah.
That doesn't make any sense.
But hey, it just shows the guy was a bigger jerk than.
Yeah, it just showcase that back in the 80s. Like, nowadays, it doesn't make sense.
Especially since the kid got beat up and he got shot up in the floor, and then of course he went to because you know isn't that kind of weird? Because he drives down the car with him, right? The bully kid runs him off the road. Then he goes and gets shot out of the toilet, the nightclub, and then
is that the same kid?
I thought it was the same kid.
I thought it was a different kid.
Oh, is it? Maybe it was.
Yeah, I thought it was somebody else different.
I assumed it was the same rich boy.
Yeah, it was probably a rich boy, but you know.
Because you remember it goes back because they go to the wishing well.
Yeah.
Hey, I'm so awesome. Then of course he gets his jacket back. Oh, you're Goonies.
Yeah. Yeah, like you know what? They didn't really need to bully after the scene with Josh Brolin, you know, riding the bicycle. They could have gone away with that character.
Yeah, well, they just wanted to show that Josh Brolin wins in that
oh
scene.
yeah, Josh Brolin wins. Yeah.
Well, because she was kind of between. She was like she liked Josh Brolin, but she also was always hanging out with the rich kid.
The rich boy, yeah.
After that, it's like no more rich kids.
Yep.
I'm a Goonie and hang out with Josh Brolin's character.
Goonies. Oh, that, you know, that's when
because I like at the end, you know, where they start kissing.
Yes.
And the two parents are like, should we say something? Of course, the mom's like, let her mom worry about it.
Oh, I like that. That was really funny about it. Oh, I like that, like the braces thing, and Bran is like.
But you also like the you know, the little the treasure hunt aspect, because they find a treasure map. Then they find that coin thing with the holes cut on it.
Yes, the key.
Match it up, and
then
they see
they turn
the deal.
it. That was pretty cool.
And then
that's very Indiana Jones right there.
Well, no, we're not talking about. Yeah, we're talking about the coin first. You know, with the cuts, the 3 cuts in it, where you can see.
Oh, that's right, the mountains,
the ocean.
Yes.
Yeah, so they know where to go, and then they go under the deal, accidentally break a deal of water.
Yes.
Then they realize there's tunnels, so they go down the tunnel, and then of course they get the key, turn it. That's very Indiana Jones. Of course, the ball comes around. I mean, there was a lot of Indiana Jones style stuff.
It was.
But I mean, it was this whole treasure hunt, and I mean, the funny thing is, the movie's all 2 hours. It's what, hour 50 minutes.
Yeah, hour 50 minutes. Yeah.
Yeah, hour 50-something minutes, which is pretty good, and it goes by really quick.
Yeah, it does go over quick.
Oh yeah,
this one like an hour 30. Yeah.
Yeah, this one is a really quick movie. Yeah, you're right. It feels like you're only sitting there for an hour 30 minutes, maybe.
This one, you know, is a good movie.
Yeah, it jumps right on through.
Just jump right on through. Yeah.
You're good because there's no dragging moments.
No, and there's nothing that you can do like that. You can't remake this with the same kind of theme and atmosphere today.
I don't think you could.
Not with kids. Like,
I wish you could.
It would have to be
who knows?
Somewhere without technology.
But I don't know. Maybe they are making movies like this, and we're just too old to see it or notice it.
Maybe.
Because this is something we would have missed. But I don't know. The only reason I know this is because my dad saw it, I guess, and that's and he's like, "Hey, I need to watch this."
Think about it. Like all the movies that we see.
Otherwise, I probably would never saw it.
Yeah, the only '80s feels I got from is Guardians of the Galaxy.
Yeah.
The new Suicide Squad that has a really '80s feels to it, and Creed.
Oh yeah.
Creed, yeah, the first Creed, yeah. Because it mirrored kind of a little bit like Rocky. So the pacing was really good the same. So
Yeah. Yeah, this one had good pacing to it.
yeah.
I mean, and that's the thing. I hate when a movie has a dragging part. Even a good
Oh
movie.
yeah.
When you're watching a good movie and all of a sudden you get to that part, it's like,
Well, I used to
come
say
on, let's
this,
get to the
but
next
I would
deal.
still say like if I know there's a dragging part, this is the part I get to go to the bathroom before the next exciting thing starts.
Yeah, well, I'm one of those people that just can't get up. I got to sit there
Yeah,
until I
I
get to
don't
the end of
either.
the movie.
Like
I got to
there's
get to
not
the
a
end.
movie that I never finish watching. Like if I
Exactly.
start something, right, I have to watch the whole thing.
Yeah, I have to.
I
I
can't
can't
stand
watch a
people who
movie.
do that. Yeah, then just
Yeah,
stop in the middle,
I
right?
can't. Yeah, I can't even stop a movie and then go do something and then watch it tomorrow. I can't do that.
Oh, I do that now. I never used to do
Yeah.
that before.
Oh, I can't. I still can't. I can't. If
Yeah.
it's going, I got to do it. I gotta
Like
watch
you
it all
see
the way to
these
the end.
two movies like Goonies and Ghostbusters, it took me several days to finish.
Oh, really?
Like 2-3
Oh.
days to finish one movie, yeah.
Wow. No, I saw
In one
all of
sitting,
them.
right?
Yeah, I saw both of them.
Ghostbusters, I started on Wednesday. I just finished watching this morning.
Wow.
Yeah.
No, I watched. What did I do? I think it was Tuesday. I watched Goonies. Wednesday I watched Ghostbusters. Then the next day I watched Goonies again. Then I watched Ghostbusters. I just got finished watching Ghostbusters. So.
Yeah, it's hard for me to watch with so much stuff to do, going
Yeah.
on.
Yeah. Well, hey, I don't have a life. Okay, so I'm good.
You're living
My life
in the
is
middle of
work.
nowhere.
Yeah, my life is work, and then
Hey, my life
go
is
home.
work too. I just have kids in the middle and a wife.
Yeah, I don't have any of that.
And my
Okay?
parents.
Sometimes I wish I had like a
I'm
Rocky
so
Roll
much to
ice
do.
cream in the middle. Yeah.
That's why when they ask me like, what do you want for Father's Day? I want to do nothing.
Yeah. What do you want for
Just-
Father's Day?
I want people to leave me alone.
Well, when people go, what do you want for Father's Day? I go, I don't know. Ask my dad because I'm not a father.
I want at least quiet time for 4 hours. But
Yeah, I
Heather's
don't have
cool. She's like, you want to go to the comic book store? I'm like, yeah, I want to go to the comic
Oh,
book
that
store.
is cool. You better hold on. You better hold on to her, dude.
Yeah, I want to go to the comic book store. I want to go to Half Price Books.
Yeah.
All by myself without hearing like, when are we going to go home?
Well, hey, if you get your kids into all that stuff, then you won't hear that. You know?
Oh, so the comic book store they don't, because they like looking at
Oh,
the
okay.
toys and the comic books. Like they
Oh,
buy
come on.
comic books.
The comic book store's got even games because remember all the game
Oh,
pieces.
yeah.
The game pieces are so awesome. They're expensive, man.
Yeah, they're expensive.
I bought game pieces to games I don't even have just because the game pieces look cool.
Look so
dude.
cool,
I got a whole bunch of World War.
I like they like to look at the Funko Pop stuff. So we look at
Funko
because
Pop stuff.
the
Yeah, 'cause they
comic
had a
book
huge
store have a
collection.
lot of
Oh
Funko
yeah,
Pop
I
stuff.
remember. They even had some of the robots from like
They do.
from various movies.
They
and
had
stuff.
the what's that first one that looks like the
They even had
cylinder?
one called Robot. It just looks like a square robot.
What is that cylinder robot? I can't remember this now.
From what?
Forbidden Planet.
Oh, Forbidden Planet.
Yeah, they had the
Oh, you're
Funko
talking.
Pop.
Oh, you're talking about the one with the little. Yeah,
Yes.
I know what you're talking about. They also because he looks just like the one for Lost in Space,
Yes.
which they have two. By
Yeah.
the way.
Yep. And
Yeah, Robbie. I think it was Robbie the robot. From
Yeah,
Lost,
Robbie the
Lost-
robot from Lost in
Forbidden
Space.
Planet. Yeah. No, it's Robbie Robot Forbidden Planet.
Forbidden Planet. Okay. I'm sorry, I messed up.
They
It's
just
just
call
so
him
excited.
Robot. Yeah, the other one is just called Robot
Wow.
from Lost in Space.
You know, it's really funny that we take apart other movies, right? None of Data's inventions would ever work. That little thing that the reclining, but the retracting. That
Actually,
little suction thing.
No. The pinchers. The pinchers worked.
Oh, okay.
The pinchers worked all the time. Remember, because it saved him several times. It saved him from falling down the well. It also hit one of them bad guys with it.
Yes.
Now, and of course, the glove kind of didn't work, but it did hit that guy. And of course, he had the blinders. The blinders almost worked because remember he called them bully blinders.
Yes. You know, it's really funny. I want to
Oh,
talk about the screen door too. But that the boxing glove thing, like that's such a big item for him to carry
Yeah,
around.
that was a little big, but
You know what I also like in the beginning when he go to Mikey's house, right, and he broke the screen door.
yeah.
You know what's really funny? In some scenes, right, they still open the door without the screen on it just
Yeah.
to walk through it.
Yeah. Well, no, all the kids do except for Chunk because
Yeah,
that scene when they
Chunk
go out
just
there-
goes in.
Yeah, he just goes through the screen
Like-
door. but
like
the
he's
rest of
Homer
them
Simpson.
opened it. Yeah, the rest of them opened it, and of course, yeah, I like it because they closed the door and then Chunk just walks right.
Walks through it. Yeah, he's the only one. And then the mom was totally cool, and she was like, Data, next time use the door, okay?
Well, she was cool until she started to lose her temper when she saw those.
Oh, and
chips.
she saw
Remember,
that
she goes,
chips, yeah.
What is that? What is that? They think it's that statue they broke.
Yeah,
Remember
the
that
statue they broke, yeah.
Where they broke his dong off, and of course Mikey's like, "Hey."
He's like,
No,
why
yeah,
does it
it
look
was
weird?
Mikey.
Yeah,
Yeah, Mikey was like, "Yeah, that's
you
my
glued
mom's
it
favorite
upside
part."
down.
Yeah, that's what Josh Brolin's character is like.
Oh.
He goes, "If God made you that way, you'd be peeing in your faces."
Yeah. Which is a very PG-13 thing to say.
Well, I said it the PG way, okay?
Yeah, see a PG way, yeah. But it
But
is
I
so
like that.
funny.
I like that they glue it on, and of course they're moving that statue, and Rosalita's just looking at them, like staring them down while they're
Yes.
moving that statue. She's probably
Oh,
thinking, "What are these kids doing?" Of course, yeah,
gosh.
Data, use the back. Start using the back door.
It's really funny. Like, I feel like, I guess Data showing up, right, is like a huge thing for Chinese people because I never thought someone like him, right, would show up in a movie just, for white people.
I guess it is pretty. I mean, I guess it
At
was
this
ahead of its
time,
time.
yeah.
But I guess but a bunch of kids are watching.
Yeah,
It's
they
no
didn't
big
care.
deal.
Yeah, it's no big deal,
It's not
right?
a big deal. It's just say that's the way friendship works, you know.
Yeah, especially in Oregon. I was like, what do Chinese
Yeah,
people do in Oregon?
exactly. Well, I
Getting,
mean, yeah, when I was
getting
watching,
lost.
I doubt it because you got to think it's on the Pacific coast.
Yeah, it's on the Pacific coast, yeah.
So why wouldn't people be there? I mean, that'd be
Exactly.
some of the first places you'd hit
Oh,
if you're
exactly.
coming,
That's my
if
famous
you're coming
Chinese
from
joke.
China.
Like, that's why so many of us in the Pacific and the Atlantic, because once we hit land, we win. We just stay. Like, well, you want to go to the Midwest for, stupid?
Yeah, why would we want to get on why don't we get on a train for?
I don't know. Let's see what this America is all about.
That's the problem. You should have saw what
Like,
America's all about.
what am I doing in Texas? Because my mom's brothers were smart. They know about the income tax.
Save some money.
Save some money, There's only like 7 states with this.
That's the sad thing. That's the only reason people brave Texas is so they can save some money.
Save some money. And then things were a lot cheaper. A lot
Yeah.
cheaper. Oh,
Yeah.
shoot. Things are still cheaper. Like, you
All
say
things
things
still
are
cheaper here.
gas is like 309, right? So a few years ago, back in 2019, my mom's had families come from California, right? They had gas was over $4. We just hitting $3. They came in like, wow, we could drive everywhere. I'm like, what the hell are you talking about?
Well, did you tell them why it's cheaper in Texas? Because we got a long ways to go.
Yo, we got a long ways to go, yeah.
Yeah, we got to drive a long ways just to get
Yes.
anywhere here. So
That's literally you could drive from one point of Texas to another point for 10 hours. You're still in the same state.
exactly.
If you go up north, dude, you hit like 7 states.
I know. Like, how do you? I don't know how. I mean, it just that would be odd to me. I mean, it's hard to believe that. Oh, I drove an hour and I'm in another state. I'm
Yeah.
like, how?
East to West Texas, easily 10 hours.
I know. I'm like, I drive 3 hours and I'm not gonna get anywhere.
Yeah, I'm like, have I left yet? Dude, you've been driving for 4 hours.
Yeah, it's like, do you want to go to New Mexico? It's like, yeah, it takes me all day.
I
I'm
want
in
to
West Texas.
I want to point out that Dumb and Dumber joke. Well, according to the map, we've only gone 4 inches.
Yeah, well, that's like pinching somebody's head off across the room.
All right, so the other thing about the Goonies, right? Everybody had the 80s haircut. Who was Andy's friend's name? What's her name? Andy.
Oh, I forgot what her name is now.
Steph.
Yes, Steph. Which is funny that she always fought with
Her
Mouth.
Mouth.
Yeah.
But her haircut bothers me because sometimes I couldn't tell if she was a boy or a girl.
Hey,
It
was the
bothers me
80s.
now.
It
But
was
back
the
then,
80s.
right, I always knew she was a girl because her and Andy were friends.
yeah. Well, I mean, that was the 80s. I remember girls having haircuts.
Yeah,
that were
haircut like
boys
David Bowie.
way back in the, and I was like, what?
Yeah.
Why? Why would you do that?
Oh, you know what I forgot to mention in Ghostbusters show? That when Ghostbusters showed up, I thought it was David Bowie. Which is also
funny
very
thing-
80s, right?
The funny thing is they actually asked Paul Rubens, Pee Wee Herman, to play that part.
No. Really?
Yeah, he didn't want to do it.
Oh, that sucks. That would be another famous guy in a really well-known 80s
But the
movie.
funny thing is they actually wanted the person to look like David Bowie.
Oh, okay. That's why I had that
So-
David Bowie impression.
Yeah, and
But
I
it was
did
a
too.
woman.
I was like,
Yeah.
yeah, it's some woman.
Like I want to say, well, I guess back then it was Soviet Union woman, but now it's Russian.
Things change. I mean, even nations
No.
do.
I mean, like, this was a very enjoyable movie.
Oh,
Just
yeah,
like
this is
Ghostbusters.
awesome.
I mean, a lot of 80s movies are enjoyable,
still,
right?
I still like it now.
And I
my
think
brother-
that's why.
That's
Yeah.
like my brother. My brother went and got it and let my niece and nephew watch it.
Oh yeah.
while they were young. Yeah, he's like, they gotta watch this.
They gotta watch. They gotta
He,
watch everything I like.
he doesn't even, he's not even into a lot of nerd stuff or geek stuff.
Would
But
this
it's
be
like,
a nerd or geek movie?
this would be a geek movie, I think.
Huh. It's
would
very
be
pop
kinda-
culture, right? This
Yeah,
is
it's very pop
culture.
culture. I mean, I guess it was for everybody, but I mean, going to get your kids to watch it now. I mean, you know how
Yeah.
people go, "Hey, my kid's got to watch Star Wars. My kid's got to watch Star Trek."
My kids gotta watch
He's-
Lord of the Rings.
He's like, "Yeah, I'm." He's like, "I was surprised." He's like, "Yeah, I went and got Goonies and had them watch it."
Yes. Yeah.
I was like, "Okay, cool."
The Goonies. Yeah, my son is almost 10. He should watch this.
Hey, it'd be awesome.
Yeah, one of them is 5. One of them is almost 6. Yes, it is awesome. I didn't even question how old were these kids. Was
I don't
it
know,
11
various
or 12,
ages.
right? Because they were riding bikes really well. At least 10.
I don't
11,
know,
right?
but I mean, it could have been that. They could have been older.
Yeah, probably
They had to
older.
be. They're probably 12, 13.
12, yeah, because Brand was 17, 16, I guess.
Yeah, and I don't think the thing is, I don't think there was a big age group between those two brothers.
No, it wasn't a big age gap, right? No.
Yeah, there wasn't that big age group. And Brand couldn't have been that old. He was probably 16.
Yeah, 16, that's all I was
Because
thinking.
they start off with him failing his driver's test,
Yes, that's right.
which is usually around 16.
Yes,
so he was
and Mo
16.
talked about that. Because he talked about his
Yeah.
plans, but then Brain can't
Yeah.
take us anymore because he failed his driver's test.
I like it because he goes, I got a date with Andy. He goes, yeah, you got to take his mom. So you got to.
So that's when Brain turned on the water faucet, right? Because Mouth was sitting by the sink.
Yeah.
Like, dude, that's such a jerk move.
Yeah. So of course he doesn't have a car now.
He doesn't have a car. That's
But
why
he
it makes it so much funnier.
But he did have that nice bike.
You know what's really
that
funny
they
about the
ruined.
bike? They didn't even slash the tires, right? They just let the caps go. I'm like, they didn't do anything to
Well,
the tires.
They didn't actually do anything, but I think what it was supposed to look like is they ripped his valve stems.
Oh, because it looks like it just took it off.
And they may have did, but no, it looks like they yanked the caps off, but they're also supposed to yank the stem where it looked like they're supposed to have ripped the valve stem. That way you couldn't even put air in it.
Yeah, you can't put air in it.
Yeah. Yeah, that's what they did. I think it was supposed to represent them ripping the valve stems
Oh,
off.
okay. Because, yeah, it was supposed to represent that, but I didn't get
Because, yeah, well, you know, if you do hit a bike really hard at the wheel, you can break it at the bottom.
Yeah, you can break it at the bottom, yeah.
And it's no good.
But now they make a tool for that. They could take the, remove the stem.
Yeah, but the problem is you could fix the Schrader valve.
Yeah.
If you rip the valve stem,
Oh, yeah, then you can't do it, yeah.
it's done.
Right.
And tires for bikes cost a lot back then. So
Yeah. Well, some of the bikes do cost a lot. Well, no, you could buy bikes at Walmart and they're kind of cheap.
stuff it's cheaper. It seems like it's cheaper now for bike stuff than it was when we were kids.
Yeah.
But again, you only had some money if you were a kid,
Yeah.
you know? So of course it was expensive.
Yep.
I mean, having a bike was like at your age, at that age is like, oh,
It's
I
freedom,
gotta,
right? Because you could go
it's like-
anywhere you want.
well, it's also like having an expensive car because you couldn't afford to fix it.
Yes. Exactly. Yeah, having a
Yeah,
bike was a
'cause-
big deal.
Yeah, it was a big deal. It's not a big deal now because
No, it's
I mean,
not.
kids got scooters with motors on them. Like what?
Man. Yeah,
Got
a motor scooter or
Segways,
something like
got Segways.
Like they had that skateboard with that wheel in the middle. Have you
yeah,
seen that?
Yes, I had that skateboard.
Man,
with the
I'm
wheel.
like-
I thought,
How does that work? I want one.
I know. I thought that was cool, but I don't know about that.
So there's 2 dudes in my neighborhood that has one, right? Both of them are very
really?
nerdy. Yeah, both of them are very nerdy. Because one of them,
But wait, what age are they? Are they
they're
your
my
age?
They're my age. We have kids the same age.
Oh my god!
And then
Oh my god!
I see
You
them
know what?
riding that thing around the neighborhood. I'm like, that's the coolest thing I ever seen in my life.
Yeah, I'm like,
And-
and that's the fun. The
and
sad
one
thing
of
is,
them-
it should have been their kids doing this.
Yeah,
instead
but it's
of them.
not. And it's them. Yeah, it's both the dads. One of them was wearing a Dragon Ball hat, so I know he likes Dragon Ball. And the other one is really into photography. We've been to his house, which is funny. We live on the same street, right? Him and I, we had the same model house. So when I went to his house, right, it was kind of awkward because like, isn't it weird to go to another person's house, right? It's the exact same model
It
of your
is.
house,
It
and
is.
like,
It's weird.
and it's really funny because the boys, they already knew where the bathrooms were.
Yeah, you couldn't hide anything in that house.
Dude, and he's Filipino, right? It's so funny. So he invited me to his house because, you know, when I was walking the dogs, right? I rescued his dog because he had a small dog and he came running to me, right? And it's so funny. That's when I adopted those two puppies, and those puppies were bigger than his small dog. And my puppies weren't really cool with anything else, right? Because I just, they were rescue. So this little tiny little dog come running to me, right? And I'm like, oh my God, I didn't know what to do because I didn't want the dogs I had to freak out. So he came running to me, and I found out his name is Riddick, right? So I took him home because like I couldn't see the phone number because of the bright sun. So I took him home, and Heather was like, what the hell? Like, that was my first time bringing another dog home. And then that's when that's the month it started. Like it was September. I found one dog. In October, I rescued those 3 dogs. Right. In November, we found a cat. And in December, we saw another animal.
You know what happened? Word got around the neighborhood to all the animals. Like,
yeah,
this is the place to go. This is the place to go.
It was so funny. So I called the number. Right. It was so funny because like Heather was like, "Don't call the number yet. I want to play with this dog." Like, this is not our dog.
Hey, it's okay. I did it.
So I called the number, and she was like, I like, yeah, is this Riddick's mom? And this is so funny. She was like, yeah. And I'm like, I almost said it like that. The episode in Friends, like, I have your dog. And she's like, I'm like, how do you know about Riddick? Like, yeah, because I'm holding him right now. They had no idea their dog ran out from their backyard.
Oh, wow.
So she was like, oh, that's my husband's dog. I'll tell him to come pick it up, right? And I find out, like, the little dog, like Riddick, is actually his dog. So he was so grateful because it's such a tiny little thing, right? And we have, like, wild animals in this area that could have been eaten by the time before I found them.
Yeah, and, by a rat.
Yeah. So I didn't know what he was, right? I in my first guess, I was like, I think this guy is Filipino. His name is Luca. Like,
I thought you were talking about the dog.
Oh no, the guy, like, he can't pick out Luca, like, because like few months later his wife had a birthday, her 41st birthday, right? And he invited us at 7. It was a weekday, okay? Like, who has a birthday party on a Wednesday, So he invited us at 7.
If your birthday falls on Wednesday, you should have your birthday on Wednesday.
But what happens is because like, or the Saturday prior, like, weekend, right? You make sure people are off and things like that. So I'm like, I thought that was weird.
That's for people like with people too much. Man, if I had a birthday on Saturday, or I would be like, we're moving to Monday when there's not that many people off.
So he invited us, like, so I asked him, like, was there going to be any food there? He's like, yeah, so you know what we did? Just in case there's food that my boys didn't like, right? We ate prior.
Oh, okay.
Okay? Now, once we get there, now I know he's Filipino, like, confirmed, right? Then that's why I said to Heather, like, I should have never ate the whole week. Because, Filipino, like, they like to serve a lot of food, right? There was so much food here. I suffered myself just to eat more because they had everything I like. So next time, right, dude, because
so what were we talking about? What were we talking about food? That's like hamburgers, French fries.
Oh no, you never
pizza.
had Filipino food? They had this roasted pork. It's one of the best.
Dude, I barely had Chinese or Korean food.
Oh yeah, no, it's Filipino cuisine is really great.
Yeah, I mean here, all I'm going to eat is American and Mexican food. I mean, and I like them both, but I'm like,
look. So now I know he's Filipino, right? So the mom had a birthday, and then like a month later, it was their daughter's birthday. The daughter is only a year younger than Ethan. So when he told us that, right, it was like on a Thursday. Oh, I find out the reason why they have the birthdays right on the day because they're nurses.
Oh.
So a lot of them, like, it's so funny. These people, right, they have 2 other friends. They all moved from Florida to Texas because of this Luke guy. He was able to convince 2 of his closest friends to move to Texas with him. They all live on the same street.
You know what? Well, my question is, why?
Oh, well, Florida was more expensive too.
I know, they should have stayed there.
It's like the temperature. Like, is it hotter there? They're like, no, it's pretty much the same.
Yeah, it's the same.
It's still humid here. It's humid there.
It's just like, hey, dude, you're gonna make everything expensive here. If you keep bringing people here,
yeah, expensive. Yeah,
exactly. If you keep bringing people here, then it's just gonna get expensive for us.
Yeah. Oh, but I want to talk about my food story. So the next time that daughter had, right, dude, I didn't eat the whole thing.
And they didn't have any food.
Oh, they had a lot of food.
Oh, okay.
I was counting on it.
I was going to say that would suck if they go, oh, we're not going to have any.
No, like Filipino hosts a feast, man. One of my friends here, like the Filipino culture. Filipinos also the culture they don't use chopsticks. Like the Asian group that doesn't use chopsticks. They use fork and spoon, right? Like they master the fork and spoon. Like whatever we use chopsticks, they master it with fork and spoon. And then now I notice because one of my other friends like, hey, haven't you gone to all these Filipinos' house? They always have a fork, right, hanging on the kitchen somewhere. And after he told me that, then I start picking it up like, oh my god, they do have a fork hanging out, not just a regular size one, right? They would buy this oversized fork that you would never use for eating, right? And they would hang it up.
What's it for?
I have no idea. I just realized that.
Wow.
Yeah, it's just
curious.
because they're like they just master the cutlery, just the fork and spoon.
I don't get that either.
Yeah, I don't get that either because I'm not.
I'm sure I'm pretty good. I'm
Yeah.
sure I'm pretty good with both.
Yeah, but like,
I mean,
dude,
I've been using it my whole life.
but like next time, like, oh, are they serving food? Are they Filipino? Like, I'm not gonna eat for a week. For a week. God, it's so good. But let's get back to the Goonies. My food talk is done.
Food with lamb.
Yes.
I would like to tell my food story, but I don't have one.
Oh, you don't have one because what do you have? Like, that's really interesting because.
Well, let me put it this way: I don't know anybody that whose kids act more adults than they do. And I kind of like to eat at my house. I'm sorry.
Yeah, sometimes I do. You know, it's really funny. Ethan, like, after the soccer practice today, we were trying to find a place to eat, right? We were going to go to Fuzzy's Tacos. You heard of that place?
Oh, yeah, I ate there, remember?
Okay, yeah. So we went to Fuzzy's Tacos, but what Fuzzy's by my house doesn't open until 4. It's because they put a note on the door because due to staffing.
Okay,
so they're not
yeah.
able to, yeah.
That's everywhere, man.
So
Man,
that
I went to Kentucky Fried Chicken one day. 10:30, they had to come out the back door and say, "Sorry, sir, we don't have enough people. You'll have to come back later on."
Oh,
like,
man.
Kentucky Fried Chicken?
Wow.
Man, I was gonna get me a chicken sandwich. And then I went to Panda Express. They didn't have enough people either. I was like,
Really?
the world's gonna end, dude.
Fast food. So, I haven't eaten a lot of fast food because I like to just sit down and people will come bring me the stuff, right? So I have
I do
time to
too.
figure.
I do too.
But Fuzzies, like, oh, I really want to eat Fuzzies because, I haven't had it in a long time. But then they didn't open until 4. I'm like, dude, we have to go to that trick-or-treating at 4,
Trick-or-treating. Wow.
Yeah. Yeah. Makes me so mad. Heather was upset too.
Yeah, I would be upset. I don't want to mess trick-or-treating.
Yeah.
I don't do trick-or-treating. But hey, if I had kids, I'd do trick-or-treating.
Yeah, trick-or-treating. Well, it's good exercise, especially our neighborhood is so much bigger than my old place now.
No, just because you get to wear a costume and get candy, that's why.
Oh, I
You
don't
got
get
it
any
wrong.
candy.
What happened?
I have your
What
whole
happened?
wagon around, okay?
What happened to you, man? It's all about exercise.
Oh, because my right ankle gets stiffed up.
It's like when we used to go look at cars. Remember, we used to go look at cars. This one will look cool. This one look cool. You know what you do when you go look at cars? You go, yeah, this will hold all my kids.
Yeah, that's why I'm looking like this holds my parents, my kids,
I know.
and I got room for 2 more.
I'm sorry, dude.
I'm driving a van everywhere around.
I know. I'm driving a little car.
Yeah. I thought about I thought about getting an Eclipse because it was like $2,000. So I was like looking at used cars, like, what if we would? Because sometimes, like, if it's just me driving by myself to get something, but I don't need to drive this van around.
No, you really don't.
Yeah, I'm trying to find a smaller car just to drive around these places. Like, let me go to Walmart real quick with Heather.
Yeah, MR too.
Yeah. Oh, I need a trunk. I need to buy groceries.
Yeah, RX-7.
Oh, ooh. If I find a 1990 RX-7, I think I want to buy it. But I have to run at least well. And AC has to work.
What are you saying about an RX-7?
RX-7. I mean, like, cause so old, like, people don't take care of the cars,
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I see what you're saying. You need a Supra.
Speaking of Supra, I've seen so many of them in Aubrey and Prosper now. And I'm like, what the heck? It was so funny. I was driving, it was Friday, right? I was driving down Preston. And then I'm looking at the rearview mirror. I see a red Supra. And Heather's looking like, how the hell did you tell that was a Supra? Like, just from the lights?
Everybody can.
Yeah. I know it's a Supra. And I'm like, that's also a Toyota truck on the next lane. And a Ford, not Expedition, Explorer.
Or we say that, we should say that because we say everybody like from our age group knows the Supra. But I remember when I drove my Eclipse. I got a second generation Eclipse.
Yeah.
I drove it to the drive-through, and this kid looks at my car and he goes,
Don't tell me it's
"Wow,
Eagle
dude!"
Talon.
He goes, "Is that a Supra?"
Oh my gosh. No.
I was like,
No.
no, I don't. I'm like, dude, I probably should have said, "Hey, dude, you need to watch Fast and the Furious. The green car is an Eclipse. The orange car is a Supra."
It's a Supra.
Hey, but then it's okay because the next time I went through the drive-thru, you know what this other guy did? He looked at my car and he goes, "Man, that's loud. Is that a V8?"
Okay.
I was like, I should have been like, "Yep, sure is."
Okay, well, since we're also off topic now, right? I'm going to end it right here and we can continue offline. Thank you for watching this segment of our reviews. I hope you had a great time listening to us. Be sure to subscribe and give us a thumbs up, and we'll see you on the next one. Laters.